welcome back. Here we are again, chapter 36 of the Be Positive Chicago Stories podcast. I'm your boy Dario here with my homeboy, Ace in the Hole, A1 from day one, Darrian Lewis, y'all, man. Y'all know what time it is. You know what this podcast is all about. Let's get into what we have to get into. Thank y'all. We made it to 100, finally. Subscribe and listen to us on these platforms and more. I'm not even going to get into it because I got something else I want to talk about with that, man. Y'all know how to find us, or do you know how to find us? Friends, thank you. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you. I don't want to smoke. I don't want to smoke at the top. But we made it, Darrian. And we had to step on their neck to get this to happen, man. What's up?
Apply pressure.
Man.
Somebody ringing my doorbell. I don't even know who that is. Or nothing. So we're gonna see what happened with that. All my packages from Amazon got dropped off for the day, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that was accident.
Listen, man.
Yes,
y'all, just rock with us, please. That's all I ask. Just rock with us. I'm not even gonna say no more. Yeah, I'm not gonna say no more. I had a lot to say. Oh man, they at my throat. It's cool. It's what it is. I'm supposed to tell.
They ain't here's the pizza man?
Nah, I ain't wanted no pizza. I mean, they must say see my Instagram. Now I got to show tonight.
Shit. Yeah. But anyway, we made it to 100. Now, the cool thing is about making it to 100 is we could change it, and instead of saying, here's the link, we can actually tell people, find us at whatever we name it as, which is dope. So, they still buzzing you?
Man, I'm like, damn, do I got another package coming from Amazon or something, bro? This is a first, guys. I'm a little embarrassed.
No, man. We've been there.
I mean, I ain't embarrassed, if you want to be honest with you. I don't give a damn what y'all think. But all I can say is that, if it is a package from Amazon, it's because your boy out here getting money, spending it.
Speaking of which, congratulations on the new Lexus.
No. We ain't talking about that.
What?
Let that go.
Hey.
I got a new car. That's it.
Yes, and congratulations to you, my brother. That's it. That's all.
We ain't doing all that. Nope. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you.
I will.
For everybody that like that picture, please go and like everything else that's going on with us.
Yep.
I appreciate that.
I will say, my car is gold, and a lot of my friends gave me shit about it. Darrian's is a little bit more of a slate, not quite gold, but it's like a slate. So we
mine ain't gold. It's silver.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like slate. It's like slate. It's a little bit more champagne-y than mine. You know what I mean? Mine is like, it's silver. It's straight silver. Oh, straight silver. I'm colorblind.
Like gold, like a melody.
Stop it. Hey, speaking of which, hey, that's a dope transition. Did you hear old dude sampled Melodies from Heaven, and Kirk Franklin is mad about it? Did you hear about that?
First of all, he sampled the rain.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And if I'm not mistaken,
yeah,
the song talk about pussy.
It is.
So I'm sorry, y'all. That ain't how I'm supposed to talk on this podcast. I'm sorry.
No, let it out.
This is not topic.
Shit, let it out.
But, bruh, you can't sample that and be talking about that in your song. Did sample Melodies from Heaven?
Yeah, bro. I don't know. He wild with that one, man. He wild with that one. It's
and they got everybody thinking Kirk Franklin cleared the sample. He was like, just to let y'all know, this is the only version that I made. I ain't cleared nothing. I'm like, God, Kirk, you better tell me if Kirk got braids and shit?
Yeah. So, all right, so how he get the sample? Is he making money off of it? Because if he not making money off of it, it ain't nothing more than a mix track. So
that's probably what it is. It's got to be like a mixtape or something.
Okay,
like he can't be selling it.
Yeah, I mean,
like that
without telling Kirk Franklin. Oh man, Kirk boy.
And he said I'm wild.
Yeah, he said it.
Like that. Like,
he
I'm
said it.
For this.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, look, I'll say this. It was kind of hot though. I ain't gonna lie. It was hot. It's hot.
Hey, look, your boy ain't go front. It was hot. It was hot. I was like, oh,
hey,
this is
rain down on me. No.
Stop it. Look, you gonna play it in the bedroom with you and Sarah. So
I'm like, yeah, girl, go ahead.
Oh man.
Rain.
Ain't gonna be flipping positions and shit. Rain.
Whoo. Rain.
Sarah about to be getting on him like that.
That's enough. That's enough. Let's see how we made it. We made it a good 10 minutes before we start wilding out. Probably not even 10 minutes, like 8. Oh man, this is funny. Hey, your sister is like, this is out of control. This is funny.
Hey, my mama ain't been in this in
Yeah.
a few weeks.
Hey,
Mom, what's up, good?
What's happening, Mama Lou? Hey, the cool thing about today is I know we got new followers, man. I know we got some new viewers. We gonna have some new listeners. So that's a good thing, man. Anytime we get to level up, man, let's hold that 100 subscriber swag. What's up?
So what?
Come on, I know.
What?
Hey, I tried to slide by the shit. I tried to slide by. Hey, look.
Your ass sound like some Daffy Duck in this one.
You know what? I put it on the board. We forgot to do it last week, and neither one of us get a point. But that is was the updated score. It was 6-5. It's now 7-5. I'm losing this one. The problem is I talk too much shit, man. Who up here? Here goes Sarah talking about put it on the board. Rain.
Hey, that's the most ignorant shit.
It is. It is. Hey, I'm about to play that. You hear that coming on? You know what time it is, boy. Yeah. Rain. Hey. Oh, God.
Rain.
Baritones. Rain. Hey, stop it. Come on, man. Let's get through it.
What's the altos say? La la la
La, la,
Jesus is on the pod. Jesus is on the pod. Keep working. I'm done.
Oh God. Hey, let's wow. This is God. This is a wild one. Okay, all right.
We got Kells Tha Comic. We got our merch on.
Yeah, oh yeah. You see us? Boy, we out here like the Kells Power Rangers, boy. I'm that purple one.
Hey, straight up. Wait till y'all see Kells.
Yeah.
Y'all have a whole different color.
Boy.
Kells out here providing merch in all colors.
Man.
You can get her merch in about 100 and different, 101.
Put it on the board. Put it on
the board. Listen, you get Kells merch in 101 different crayon colors. That's how I feel.
The big box of crayons.
The big box.
The big box.
Big stupid ass box of crayons.
Boy, hey, when you pulled up to school with that big 64 pack, or what was the one, the 180 or some shit like that? Man.
Yeah, the 180 with the crayon sharpener.
You was doing big things. Boy,
big thing.
I remember I was looking at my little friends, boy, talking about, look, I know you want to use this shit. Yeah. And when you want to use this.
Who the hell got a sapphire crayon? That's what.
Man.
Kells got sapphire shirts available, y'all.
She do. She out here. She out here. Hey, look, I'm happy that Kells is here, man, because look, we neither one of us need a do-rag, but I don't know if y'all know out there, but Kells got do-rags on the street, y'all. I don't know if y'all know this, man.
Kells sent Rami the Istanbul version, boy.
Man. Oh, God. He out there with that desert fit.
You just showed up with the Afghanistan joint. I'm like, damn, Kells, she out here giving doings. It's like, Kells, I don't know. I'm probably not cutting my hair no time soon, but when I do it, I get my butters back. I'm gonna hit you up, and I'm trying to get a sapphire do-rag. That's what I want. I know your merch coming all. A peach one. I want a peach one.
Hey, give me a chartreuse. Give me a chartreuse joint.
Chartreuse. Give me a periwinkle.
Give me periwinkle up there.
I'm gonna get a batch of shirts. Periwinkle.
Boy, be out here.
You know, my first car was periwinkle.
Stop it. What?
I was prime time player, nigga.
Oh yeah, 19. Yeah, you was, you was, boy. You was out here doing wild shit. Okay, damn, periwinkle, huh?
I had a periwinkle Ford Fusion, my dude.
Damn, man.
Straight up.
Damn. Yeah. Hey, Ford Fusion, huh? Shit. I didn't even know that.
Brand new.
I was gonna say, was that a special color? I mean, cause like I didn't know you had the Crayola box.
Carrello.
I know.
I got two in one show. Oh wow. Hey man, you better quit while you ahead.
I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. Hey man, look, this been the last two shows we had some cold opens, boy. We've been on another level. Yeah. Hey, all right, what's up? This shit.
I was about to say it's been a while since we had a woman on too.
Thank good. I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, man, it's about damn time, man. It's about damn time. You know what it is? We I don't know what it was. We had that one accidental week where we missed the show. We ain't gonna talk about that, but but that kind of threw off our whole rhythm, you know. So it's good to have a lady back on the show.
Originally, Kells was supposed to be on the Thursday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We won't be here next week.
We won't be here next week.
But things happened. Things happened. And Kells was she was ready for it. I say, Kells. That's all I text her when I first text her in caps. I said, Kells, Lou Rogan. D Lou, what up? She damn near like Stokes. That's how I text Stokes. D Lou, what up?
What up?
That's what he say. Or when he send me an audio message in the morning and shit, he be like, D-Lo, what's up? And I feel I get the same energy from Kells. Kells be like, D-Lo, what's up? I be like, hey, look,
you hit the voices.
I need you to be available today. She say, well, you know what? But it's cool. I'm good. I do it tonight. I bet. So,
man,
shout out to Kells.
It's good. It's good to have Kells on here, man. This is it's a dope podcast that I know we about to have, bro. We about to have some fun. It's already been a legendary start, right? Okay, all right. Let's. We gonna play the little. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all. If you listen to the podcast, you watch it. You know what we about to do. We about to play our sponsorship, and then we gonna introduce our guest for chapter 36. Let's get it right now.
Okay, all right. Thanks, guys. Y'all be safe, huh? Yeah? You got your mask on? Okay, cool. All right, thanks, everybody. Get ready to go home
over
and
here,
get
please.
shut down.
We don't want to be quarantined again. We're tired of being in the house and we don't want to wear a mask.
Okay, well, let me make this clear.
This is ridiculous.
I'm the mayor, and you're going to do what I tell you to do. Okay? I don't want to hear none of this. You don't want to be locked down. You don't want to wear no mask. You're going to do because it's your fault that we're in this situation. First of all, I wouldn't have to lock them down if we wasn't. No. I'm cool. I got my mask on because she going to stop it. She going to learn. Okay, cool. They got cameras. It's cool.
Yo, welcome back to chapter 36. We here with our guest, Kells Tha Comic. That's a classic right there, Kells. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
I'm amazing. You guys look amazing.
Hey.
How are you guys?
Oh, we good. You seen us. We lit. You see us?
We lit.
Look at it. It's the Power Rangers up in this month.
Super team right now.
You know? What's up?
Let's go. The Comedy Rangers in this month.
Comedy Rangers.
Actually, you was joking around. I do have a sapphire shirt.
I know you do.
We need that. The streets need that. The streets need this.
Because I will produce that, okay?
Let's get it.
Whatever color you want.
I remember the first time that I met Kells, obviously at my buddies. It's like I met most of everybody in Chicago comedy. But man, I remember she came there, did her set, did her thing, had a whole gang of people there. From what I remember, she had like 15 different camera angles. Like just it was lit, and I'm thinking, I'm like, this new comic coming in with some energy. I like it, man. And she was funny as hell. The next day, or like the week after, I feel like, she had her merch out. I was like, we don't even have merch. What the hell? What the hell?
Hey man, if it's one thing that I have come to notice about Kells, she know how to brand herself.
Man.
Like, and I don't think most comics get that. Kells, talk to us a little bit about branding, just to start off the pod.
Specifically with the merch. So I went, actually, that My Buddy show, that was my first time ever doing stand-up.
Oh, I know.
So when I put the clip on like Facebook, people started hitting me like, yeah, the hoodie that I had on, my friend, she does hair, and she just put her logo with my name on it.
Oh, wow.
So people were like, yo, where can I get that? I need some merch. And I was like, I don't have it. So, and like people kept hitting me, and I was like, okay. And then my friend was like, hey, I want to order like 2 shirts. And I was like, well, I don't have it. And then she sent me the same text message, like, I want to order 2 shirts. And I was like, are you slow? Like, I don't have merch. And she was like, no, you have merch. And I was like, you know what, girl? Let me get back to you. And here's the merch.
Man.
Okay.
Man.
But like branding, that's I mean, everybody does it. That's like low key. Can we curse on here? No?
Hell yeah. You can say all type of shit.
Girl, I said the P word.
You did the P word. Sorry, mama.
And my mama watch.
He gonna get a whooping. He gonna get a whooping later.
But branding is my shit, and it's like really simple. Just put your name on it. Everybody do it. You can do it too. When in doubt, if you see something on my page, my name is on it. When you see me, my name is on me. Like literally, when you see the person next to me, my name is on them. Let's go.
Let's go. Man, I'm 100% with that. I mean, I love it. I remember when I first saw it, I remember thinking to myself, and this is nothing of course against you, but anything, but I remember saying to myself selfishly, Be Positive don't have anything right now. You know what I mean? I'm like, we don't have nothing. And like that was like a wake-up call to, man, I think we need to start doing it. And we didn't even take action at that point. You know, I don't even think I told Darrian. I think I just let it be, but it was in the back of my mind. So I really love the fact that you were one of the first that I seen. You're not the first with merch, but it was like of the people that we kind of know and still know that really did this thing, man, really took it. And she came before Be Positive. You know what I'm saying? So,
Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you. I'd like to
thank
my mom, my dad.
Oh my God. You got to put yourself out there, man. And the only people that's going to really put yourself out there or brand, you know what I'm saying, is going to be you. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody else going to do it for you. So you got to take initiative and get it done, you know? So kudos to you, Kells. Kudos to you.
Kudos to you.
So to kick it off, Kells, we know, you're a stand-up comic, of course. Kells Tha Comic, that's pretty self-explanatory. But how did you get into stand-up? And you said My Buddies was the first show that you did, or your first time doing stand-up. So talk to us about getting to that point and what got you to that point.
Okay, so my whole family is hilarious. So I've not to toot my own horn, but I've been funny for a while. But I went the other route. I was like, hey, because I guess I have this tone that sounds funny, but I would be like in corporate America, like, hey guys, I really need this report. People would be like, I'm like, no, I want you to take me serious. Like, that wasn't a joke. And so, like, I had this whole thing where it's like I would be saying something very seriously, like, even if it was like, hey, I would really like if you get out my face. And people would be like, let's stay here longer. No, that's not what I'm doing. That's not what I really do. And so I had got this job, and in my mind, I was like, you did it. You're an adult now. You make real money. And sorry, guys, that's my dog. She wants to be a star, too.
It's okay.
I was like, okay, cool. I'm making this money, and, like, I'm in the Hancock building. Like, I'm doing what you're supposed to be doing at this age, and I was miserable.
Yeah.
Like miserable, couldn't figure like what it was, and like everybody was like, you know what? You're funny. And I'm like, I was getting so frustrated. Like, don't call me funny. Like, call me other things. Do not call me funny though. So I ended up leaving that job, and before I left the job, I put on Facebook like, guys, what would you do if like I was like stand-up comic? And like that status went crazy. Like, yes, please, we've been waiting for this. And I was like, this is just a thought. Calm down, everybody. So then I went to my next job, and they were like, you know how they do a little openers, like, tell us something that maybe nobody knows or whatever. So I was like, okay, let me throw this out here. Like, I want to be a stand-up comic. And one of the people that were there was Brandon Scott.
Oh!
And so that's how I ended up getting hooked up with my buddy. Because so he heard it, and then he looked at me, and he was like, a stand-up comic? And I'm like, yes. And he was like, well, I do comedy. And I'm like, okay. And so maybe like a few months went on, and like I think I was like walking down the hall one day, and he looked at me and went, hey, how are you a comic but you've never been on stage? And I was like, oh, well then, you just came at me.
That's how I like him.
And then I had I tore my ACL and I needed to get surgery. So while I was out,
Clayton.
Yeah. That's sensitive to D. Lou.
Recovering, he was like hitting me up, or he hit me up and he was like, hey, so you don't have anything to do, so you should be writing. And I was like, I really don't like this tone. Like, I really don't like how you writing me. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to write a few things. And then I sent it to Brandon, and I sent it to, I think, maybe like 2 other people. And all 3 of them, like, came back at the same time. Like, this is funny. This is hilarious. And I was like, Brandon, though, he goes, this is hilarious. Here's this guy, Dario. This is his name.
Yep.
You're going to be at my buddy's at this date and this time, or you ain't shit, or you ain't really a comic. And I was like, oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, I don't like the way you're talking about me, but okay. Literally, I was maybe like a week off for crutches when I walked into my buddy's.
Yep.
I was like, okay. And all the people that were there were just like, is she really going to do it? Is she really going to get on stage? And I was like, okay. And then Dario messed me up because in my mind, like I was at home and I was practicing this first set. And then like maybe the set was like 6 minutes long. For some reason, it was 279 comics at my buddy's that night. And right before I went on stage, Dario goes, hey, everybody down to 3 minutes. I was like, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do now, Mr. Dario? So I went on stage and literally like, okay, here it is. And I just started talking. And then at some point, I just looked at Dario and went, that was the end of my set. I don't know if it was 3 minutes. I don't know how long it was. I just knew I'm going to stop because he gave me a time limit. And that was it.
Hey, the crazy part about that night, because honestly, I forgot about that little caveat to that night. But I do remember now, that was Darrian, the setup. This was like one of the first nights we had that many people. Remember that time when we were like, it started expanding from like 11:30 to like 12 to 12:30. That was right at the start of that. So, I mean, I didn't know how to handle it. My buddies didn't know how to handle it. We didn't know if we were supposed to get the hell out of there, but it was a million people in there.
No, it was crazy. And then like, so I was maybe number like 100 out of the 279. So then you had to wait, and then it was a pre-show before that.
Yeah.
I was there for the pre-show.
Yeah.
So then I had to wait for the 300 other comics to go on, and then after that, I'm like, okay, I'm really awkward, so like I don't know how to like introduce myself or whatever. So I was just sitting there because like I don't want to leave. Like, okay, guys, I did my set and I'm out. Like I'm some diva or something. So I'm like, I'm waiting, and this one girl walked up to me after her name, and she was like, "How long have you been doing this?" And I was like, tonight's my first night. She was like, oh my God, are you serious? And I was like, okay, maybe I was funny. And that is when I was like, maybe I'll do this again.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Man.
And so I kept going.
She was good. That's all I remember. I remember she was good. Like that's
Dario, the way Dario introduced me, he goes,
yeah,
this is Kells Tha Comic, and she got a lot of people here.
Yeah. I mean, Darrian,
Classic.
Darrian. The thing is, I tell it how it is, man. When I get on that stage, D. Hey, man, look, I'm looking because she's right. Everything she said is 100% correct. Brandon Scott hit me up and was like, "Hey, I got this person," and the way he told me was like, "Man, if you trust me, man. If you could give an opportunity, that'd be great. Get her." And I was like, "Yeah, come, we trust Brandon." So I was like, "Come on, come through." She came through with like 52 million people. I was like, damn. And I was happy.
So just in case y'all haven't noticed, it's 52 million, 279 people in my budget that night. I don't know how the hell that happened. But if y'all not keeping count, I am.
It happened. Me and Dario have told no lies. I was there. Okay. It was a packed house.
Yeah. It's a packed house.
At least 4 million people.
Man, at least. It was one of the greatest gatherings on earth. One of the greatest gatherings on earth. I'm telling you. Kells. First night, it was, that's what it was. It was great, the merch and everything. So, where did your comedy career go from there? Like, talk to us about what happened after that.
Okay, so I did my buddies. In my mind, now I'm an established comedian. I can now start getting ready for my Netflix special. So I was like, I honestly don't know what to do. So I went on like the list for like all the open mics or whatever, because I'm like, okay, I got these like 2-3 jokes. I got to get them out here, see what people liking or whatever. I went to this one open mic that was at Refuge, and it was decent. And I did high-key the same thing I did in my buddies. Like, okay, everybody, stop what you're doing. Come with me. I need to look official. Because, I didn't know how to comedy at the time. So I was like, come on. I need these people to, take me seriously. I had my friends come, and he, recorded everything. So they were like, ooh, she's official. But anyway, did that. I ended up going there maybe every week or so. So I was like, okay, I had got a little hosting under my belt. I got a little comedy. And then I was like, okay, you only have one set. What do you you can't keep telling me.
It's okay. It's okay, Kells. I know people that got a 5-minute set. They'll have that shit for 3 years that I know them. So,
cartoon characters.
I was tired. So I'm like, okay. So then I started trying out the different sets or whatever. And then I was also you can't keep going to this one place. Cause okay, whatever. So then I started trying to go back to the other open mics quick to do about me. I'm not really a people person. Not I don't like people. I like people. I'm just awkward. I'm not gonna walk up to you and be like, hi, my name's Kells Tha Comic and I wanna be your friend. If you come to me, I'll be like, hey, but I'll just sit there anytime.
Small talk is not your thing.
So I'm at these huh?
Small talk is not the thing. The casual talk.
It's not my thing. Not really good with it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to these open mics and I'm like, ooh, you might need a comedy friend or something like that. Wasn't working. So I went and so the other thing I started doing was looking at some of the comedians that I had met, looking at their social media and kind of seeing okay, well, what are they doing? And what can I do, with this, the joking, getting on stage, not saying I'm amazing, but you got that part.
Yeah. What
is the other parts of being a comedian? So I'm like, okay, cool. So I started trying to do skits. About that. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get back out there to these open mics, and then COVID hit. And I was like, oh. I guess I'm not. So I'm like, okay, I gotta find something else to do. I don't mind doing skits, but that's not my bag. It's other people that do funnier skits or whatever.
Right.
So Lori Lightfoot came into my life, and to be really honest with you, I was looking at my Facebook memories or whatever. I've been on her ass since she stepped foot in that office. I've been on her ass.
So this is nothing new. This is nothing new.
It's not necessarily that I have. Okay, I'm not gonna say that I don't have anything against her. I don't like the way she dresses. I think it's offensive. It's offensive for you to be from Chicago and not have swag. You don't have any swag? You tell me you're the first black lesbian mayor of Chicago. You don't have waist? You not fresh as hell? I don't understand that.
Man.
So I'm like, okay.
Hey, listen, them motherfuckers, them pantsuits be creased up, boy. Them britches be.
First of all,
She dressed like she from.
I never hand me down. She did not iron those.
Bro, I ain't never seen nobody with bootleg dress pants. That's crazy.
Don Juan, Bishop Don Juan, Bishop Don Juan. Bishop Don Juan. Green is for the money. Gold.
Your dress pants made for Timberlands.
Her dress pants have a flare at the bottom.
Yeah.
That means they don't fit you, ma'am.
She got boot cut bell bottoms. She got boot cut bell bottoms. What the hell's going on here? What?
Bell bottom dress pants.
Bell bottom dress, straight leg boot cut bell bottoms.
With a flare.
With
Come on.
with the rain.
Hey, you ain't lying. I should do like an umbrella. Umbrella opening.
You see what I'm saying? I think Chicago deserves that. So I started I was all on her IG or whatever, and then I saw a clip, dead ass. I went in the living room one day and just started talking over it blah 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 blah, and then I just posted it people gonna find it funny or they don't. I posted it on Instagram. People were like, "Oh my god!" I posted it on Facebook and it got over 20,000 views, and I was like, "Lori Lightfoot? All right, let me do another one." And another one. That's like the merch. I'm like, I'm gonna keep doing it until somebody tell me to stop.
Man, they are hits.
Yeah.
They are hits. Funny.
Yeah.
Funny. That
I really don't think. I always tell the boys the power of social media these days, man, is like no other. It really isn't.
You got to use it.
It's like no other. Especially since everybody just sitting at home now. All people do is have their phones in their hand. That's all they do.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? If you ain't at work, even if you're working from home, that's all you do is get your phone in your hand.
You get your phone in your hand. Right.
So why not?
Right. I mean, you got to do something. You know what's crazy? Being in these times, man, all of us is at home. Right when we thought we had some legs getting back under us, little did anybody know, but I planned for another shutdown. You know what I mean? Mentally, I said we're gonna shut down again. When we started up, but the fact that it happened, it hit different in reality because all right, I said it was gonna shut down again, and we planned for a shutdown at any moment. We were on a week-to-week basis. I felt like it, but then it happened, and I'm like, what do we do from here? You know what I mean? And I kept thinking, I remember as soon as it shut down, I said in my head, I didn't tell a lot of people. I told Sarah, I told a couple other people, I'm not doing as many Zoom shows. I'm not doing all this extra stuff I was doing in the first shutdown. I'm not doing that, man, because I'm actually hurt this time. I'm tired of this. You know what I'm saying? And
what's crazy?
I'm tired.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
I knew you was hurt.
Yeah.
And because it just ain't like you to, I don't know, your conversation changed the consistency of the conversation. And I think I told TJ, I ain't gonna lie, I think I was talking to TJ, I was like, that nigga Dario hurt. He hurt. I know he hurt. I can just tell he hurt. I feel his energy from off Ashland. He hurt. I feel it.
That was a blow. That was a blow, man. It was a blow.
It is. It's huge. It's hard because now we back to square one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think I agree with you on the Zoom shows and all of that because I get exhausted too. And you got people in the Chicago scene that got one half that rock with it, one half that don't.
Yeah.
But I think it's important for us people that want to keep content out and keep that consistency is we just have to find the ways to do. We could do less but be more impactful with what we do.
Yes.
And Kells, I'll give you kudos when it comes to the Lori Lightfoot thing because Lori, she reshared, one of your joints. You know what I'm saying? But it's just about being impactful. You know what I mean? That's all we gotta do. We gotta be impactful. DO memes for
Wednesdays after work. Yeah.
Them must be hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah, them must be hidden. And so, you know what I'm saying? It's just about finding ways to bring yourself like we all do. I'm not even gonna say just you Kells. We all do.
We all do it.
Bring yourself, but be impactful while you doing it because I don't think comedians realize, and I'm not a comedian, but I live in this world.
Yeah.
Is that branding yourself to be much more than just the comic?
Yeah.
Is very important these days.
Yeah.
It's very important, and branding yourself to live outside that stage is very important, because now we know that that stage could be taken away from you at any given moment.
Any given moment,
so
man.
You have to find ways. Yeah, you have to find ways to for your brand to be impactful. You know what I mean? For your legacy to keep living on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you know what, Darrian? We got Kells here, and that's where I was going with this whole thing. Just the mental capacity to keep on going, because I lost it a little bit. Not gonna lie, I lost that energy to do that. But Kells, on the other hand, the level of consistency is just amazing, because before, I guess, in conjunction, if you will, with these Lori Lightfoot memes and posts, you were working with somebody else that was part of Be Positive Productions at one point, Amanda Costner, doing some skits. So talk to us about that. How did that come together?
Okay, so little secret. But like in my pursuit to like find a comedy bestie, so after like I went to my buddies and like said, okay guys, I'm gonna be a comedian. Like all the comedians start like friending you on Facebook.
Yep.
So I was like, okay. So I was like seeing like, okay, this person gonna be here, this person gonna be here, this person gonna be here. So my buddies had the women's open mic.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to this women's open mic and I'm gonna find some friends. That's what I'm gonna do. The problem was, I was trying to figure out, like, how do I execute my stand-up, what the best way for me, like, what's comfortable for me. What I have found out is I need to be prepared, okay?
Yeah.
I had, like, worked on some, like, mesothelioma jokes, like, before, maybe, like, the day before the open mic, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go there, and I'm going to test these out. The problem with that was, which you are supposed to test your stuff out at open mic. The problem was Mo Good was there. So
that's a monster.
Mo Good was there, and I was like, oh, okay, Mo Good's here. I'm gonna get to meet Mo Good, and I don't know if she went before. I think she did go before me, and fucking killed it.
Yeah.
Killed it.
Yeah.
And in my mind,
in classic Mo Good fashion.
Yeah.
I thought to myself, what is mesothelioma about to do after that? Like, this is not the same situation, okay? So I got up there on my buddies, and I was like, I didn't have any energy. I was just like, hey, here are jokes about mesothelioma, and then I'm done. Like, it wasn't even a bomb because I wasn't even there. It was like my ghost or whatever.
Yeah.
So I sat down, and like Mo kind of looked at me like, her nice thing was, I could see where you were going with it. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, like, everybody was, like, talking or whatever. And Amanda just comes over to me and goes, hey, let's do videos together. And I looked around like, the girl that bombed? She was like, oh, no, you didn't bomb. Like, it was some funny stuff in there. And I was like, ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was like, okay, cool. Follow me on Instagram. We did. Like the next week, she was like, hey, no, but I was serious. Let's do videos together. And I was like, okay. And that's when I was in my little span, like, of, okay, I need to do something else, like more comedy or whatever. Literally went over Amanda's house. We did like 3 sketches in like an hour.
Wow.
She's ridiculous when it comes to like content creating and like boom, boom, boom. Like I walked in there and she was like, okay, hey, I got this idea and this idea. And I was like, okay, I have this idea and this idea. Shot them all.
Wow.
And she's like, I'll edit them. I'll do, and it's very like, and it doesn't feel like you're working. It was just like, oh, okay, I'm talking. There's a camera there. Okay, we're kind of doing a sketch. Like it just was really, really easy. That's my goal.
I was wondering how the hell she put out so much content that fast. Thank you for that secret. Hey, Darrian.
She puts out content all the time.
All the time. It's like 2 per day, which is amazing. I mean, like it's just. She is out of control with it. I've never seen anything like it. But both of y'all, fun fact, today is the 1-year anniversary of the first show of the women's open mic. So happy birthday.
Oh,
Yeah, happy 1 year birthday to the woman's open mic, which is no more.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Your ass keep up with so many dates. It's crazy.
Hey man, look, you know when you successful, these dates are like birthdays. You remember them.
Come on, man.
You know when you have some significance, you remember these things, man. I'm telling you. Look, also,
I mean, I understand that, but you be like, man, this is my 5th year anniversary of eating mac and cheese with white cheese for the first time. I be like, nigga, what? What are you talking about? Like, yeah, he's like,
hey.
like, it's impeccable. You like an elephant. It's crazy.
Man, look, I'm trying to get that business mind exercised right now, man. Like I'm trying to be like Tim Cook, Steve Jobs. What's up? You know, I'm trying to be like Google.
Kells, so you coming into this comedy thing, looking back on it, and just starting to think about it, or starting to come into your own. Who are you looking at for inspiration? What comics do you have like that you watch a lot, that you, I don't want to say emulate yourself, because Shakes even said last week, like, I don't be watching nobody I ain't never met, so that like blew my mind. But who is your inspirations?
So I'm like, Dave Chappelle is the GOAT in my book. Like, if he opened up a church tomorrow, I would definitely be a part of it. Like, that's my thing. I don't try to emulate him, but I definitely like appreciate his mind. I appreciate his stand-up. Like, as far as like, okay, goals, like in comedy, this is what you can do. I definitely like, I mess with that. As far as like emulate, or not really, to be really 1,000% honest with y'all, I watch TJ Soaps. I watch like comedians that I know, and like that is funny to me, because like I can then be like, I remember when you did that, but like that is like genuinely funny to me. I was when Dario went to Zany's, I was like, oh, like all of the crowd, like, yes, this is hilarious. People were looking at me like that gets me going.
I agree.
I don't know. That's about it. I don't like, it's like kind of like Shakes. Like, if it's not a comedian that I know, I'm not just like following everything you do. If I hear about some popular stuff, then I'll watch it. But
you know what, dude? That's very interesting, because I was looking at somebody else, remain nameless, but they said that they were getting interviewed or something like that, and they alluded to the fact that as a comedian, we all grow up and kind of watch and listen to and study the greats. And I thought to myself, I said, I don't know if that's true in today's age, or if it's necessary, because I'm like you, Kells. I watch each other. You know what I mean? Like, I watch each other. Yeah, Kevin Hart just had a special. We watched that. I know the crew watched it. But I ain't going out of my way to be like, hey, look, let me go see somebody else. I'm gonna watch you. I'm gonna watch Darrian when he did improv, man. I'm gonna watch TJ, Rami, Eunice. I'm gonna watch the fellas. You know what I'm saying? And then others. So,
as far as like coming up with comedy, like I've always loved comedy. I love the Richard Pryors, like all of that stuff. But as far as like, was I studying them? No. Half the comedians that tell you that are lying. You were a fan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you were not sitting there with your notebook like, okay, it's time you can.
Yeah.
Like, no, you weren't doing that.
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as now, like while I'm calling myself a comedian, I don't go back and like watch comedy and think like, ooh, like, no. I'll watch y'all, and then I'll ask y'all, like, okay, what did you
now,
how did you do that?
Yeah.
High key, Dario, you did a, it was a Zoom, I don't even know what it was, but you said something like, y'all gotta get out of y'all heads, and y'all need to work on, work on your jokes or something like that, and I was looking like, I text TJ like, he just broke my world apart, like, what? Why was I not doing this in the beginning? Like, so,
hey,
I don't necessarily need like the celebrity approach.
You know, I'd agree. I mean, I think now to kind of elaborate on that point just a little bit more is I think now I watch, when I do watch the celebrities, I watch it with a different eye. You know what I mean? I do listen with a different ear now. Like when Kevin Hart or Dave Chappelle is talking, you know, I'm kind of like watching the jokes and I'm watching how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I agree. I mean, we saw Martin in his prime. Yeah, your camera's going crazy.
It's going wild.
Yeah. You know, we watched.
We have.
You put some glue on it or something, you know.
If I had some glue, I would. Some Kells Tha Comic glue.
Kells Tha Comic glue. You got to brand it. No. She got everything. Darrian, you had something, man. Damn. Darrian, you had something.
I was waiting for you to see what you was going.
No. Oh, well, I was gonna say. My man, people listening out here probably like, what the fuck is going on? No, no, but I was gonna say. I was just gonna end off by saying we watch Martin and we watch In Living Color with those comics, and we watch Bernie Mac in the Kings of Comedy. But I would be honest, I wasn't studying then. That shit was just funny. You know what I mean? That shit was just funny.
That's kind of a question I want to ask you guys as stand-up comics. Now we talk about, you guys talk about studying people and things like that. Like the biggest thing I take away is from when we talk to comics is you guys feed off their energy. You looking to have the same kind of energy that they have. Mm-hmm. And it's more so of being a fan as opposed to like I'm studying his delivery or studying his timing or studying his jokes. Like I wasn't looking at In Living Color. Dario know this. Like I'm big on like and I kind of just told TJ this. Like if we were talking like what does D want to do or like in this particular world, like I would want to have my own show that was kind of similar to like a Wildin' Out or like a Living Color. I would want to produce like a Black Saturday Night Live like type of deal. That would be like what I'm aspiring to do. Yeah. But I'm not looking at the comics that performed on the Living cover and Living
put on the board.
Living Color. God damn.
It's a tie ball game.
What is that? Damn. On the Living Color, I'm not looking at them and saying like I need a comedian that's just like Jamie Foxx. I need somebody that's just like Keenen Ivory Wayans. I need somebody that's just like Jim Carrey. I'm looking at the idea of In Living Color and trying to figure out how can I bring that, pump some life into that from my own point of view or my own like take on it. So I guess my question is that does the comic greats, if we go back and look at Eddie Murphy's Delirious, you look at Richard Pryor's like some of his stuff, even Martin some of his stuff, doesn't necessarily translate to what's going on in this generation, or is it just the energy and the I don't even want to say the swag, but is that where we're carrying over to inspiration? Because obviously we just said that it's not necessarily studying that person, because I don't know if you want to really be like a comic from the 70s and the 80s and that was his prime. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know people now, you like Martin, people will say Martin because you didn't really watch Martin's stand-up. It was this TV show that really hit for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, yeah.
Kells, what you go ahead and take that, Kells. Take it first.
Well, I'm a big Martin stand-up fan. Like, I loved his stand-up. As far as like how it translates, as a comedian, I kind of watch the older comedians as like what I don't want to do. Like Monique, all she ever did was talk about skinny bitches and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, now you skinny. So now that whole routine is stale. Like, don't. And like some more, like all she did was talk about sex and like stuff like that. And I was like, I don't want to like pigeonhole myself. I know I don't want to be seen as, oh, that female comedian. No, I'm a comedian. I tell regular jokes. I make guys laugh. I make girls laugh. Like, this is not a situation where it's just like, oh my God, I'm always talking about my period. Come on, girls. Like, that's ridiculous. I think that comedy is definitely different from back then what it was, especially with this whole social media. You can get Insta fame and stuff like that. Absolutely. And I think, like, if you're trying to really be in your bag, you need to do a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B and kind of like
mix them together.
Mix that up in there.
Yeah. I would agree. You know the kind of answer to piggyback off of that, Darrian, like I will tell you 100%. Now when I look at the older generation, I'm looking purely at swag. You know what I mean? I'm looking at the energy on stage. I'm looking at presence. I'm looking at how they dressed. I'm looking at the demeanor that they held on stage. Not worried about the jokes. Not worried about the jokes at all. The jokes, you said it. They are a bit outdated for today's times. You know what I mean? You know, and like to Kells' point, you know, I'm not pigeonholing myself into a black comedian, a white comedian, or, you know, I'm not doing that. So I do purely watch for that. But here's something interesting. You know, they talk about LeBron James and his mind, how he can kind of close his eyes and like tell you a play verbatim, you know, boom, 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 what happened, a sequence and everything like that. I take that approach to comedy, you know, and that's why it kind of, you know, you said it. I'm like an encyclopedia or an almanac of my own stuff, because I'll tell you this. November 14, 2018 was my debut at Laugh Factory. I wore the red jacket with the black pants. My first joke was I look like Finn Walker from Star Wars. And
Star Wars.
Yeah. And the reason that I wore that is because I was kind of paying homage to Eddie Murphy at the time with the red leather jacket. And what a lot of people don't realize, it was that day was Bernie Mac Day, my favorite comedian. So all that said, I look at all that, and that's what I bring from the old heads, because I gather that energy. I ain't worried about the jokes. I gather that energy. So, and I think that's what a lot of, you know, when you look at our circle, Kells, TJ, Rami, we all have very distinct styles. You know what I mean? We all are very different. You're not going, we ain't worried about like taking somebody else's joke. You know, we ain't worried about that. We worried about, are we going to make each other laugh? That's why we talk to each other at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's why we text each other jokes and what's going on, because we worried about that. We ain't worried about, so-and-so, how they think, or going back and study the greats, how did they deliver it? TJ asked me how I deliver my shit. And I look at TJ like, man, how you did that whole swag thing with the Subaru, that's fire to me. You know what I'm saying? Like Kells with the merch, that's what we're looking at in today's age. And I think that's how Chicago comedy, the future of it is. Somebody put in the group chat that Kells is the future of Chicago comedy. I believe it. There's no reason why we can't believe something like that, because it's changing. It's changing. I mean, there's a lot of... I'm on the soapbox right now, Darrian. Take me away, man. But there's
You know what?
No.
It's one thing. It's one thing that I would take back from old comics. Well, one thing that I am going to do. My first special, I'm wearing an all leather outfit. Have you seen a comedian wear an all leather outfit on his special and not kill? Exactly. I'm gonna be all leathered up. And that's what we gonna do.
Get it.
It's gonna be pure. I'm gonna be sweaty, but I'm gonna be fresh.
Yeah, you gonna be.
And I'm gonna be fresh.
gonna be dabbing. Yeah.
They will be on their stage sweating leathery as hell, but they be funny. That's what I'm taking.
Oh, that's hilarious. Hey, look, it's gonna happen.
I think what y'all both said about, I think the one thing that I take away from, one of the main things that I take away from what y'all both said is pigeonholing. Not wanting to pigeonhole yourself just to be this type of comic. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I love my buddy's space. Yeah. Okay? Because it's very diverse when it comes to my buddies. The shows, Wednesday Night Light shows are very diverse, you know, and hopefully when we get back on stage, we'll be able to keep that same diversity going with all of us. But it's very diverse. And the thing about, I really can't speak for nobody else, but I know my group of guys that I hang with, Kells, I know I could say this about you too. We can go to Kenosha, we can go to the south side, we can go to the north side. You know what I'm saying? We can go to Mississippi. Yeah. Or we can go to Minnesota. And they're going to thrive everywhere. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They're not pigeonholing themselves to be catered to one audience, to cater to one type of laugh. You know what I'm saying? You have to, and I don't know if every comic thinks that way. Mm-hmm. I don't know if every comic thinks that. I don't know if every black comic thinks that way. Right. And you know, I'm black, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to say it. I don't know if every black comic thinks that way. Right. Because the more you make yourself more well-rounded and your jokes appeal to the masses of laughs, the better off the branding is gonna be more well off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the important thing about building a brand. You know? So
yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead, Kels.
Also, another reason why I don't want to be pigeonholed is because I wouldn't even be able to relate to that. I went to a white grammar school. I went to a white high school. Then I went to an HBCU.
Hey.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was like it was no type of. So, yes, one day I will be watching, like, Love and Hip Hop, and the next day I might be watching Dawson's Creek. Either way, I don't want to be put in a pigeonhole because I can make jokes about both, and I can appeal to both crowds. Like, so, yeah, I definitely
I think today's age of comedy doesn't allow for us to be pigeonholed. I think it moves too fast. The topics that the day-to-day life happens so quickly where we have to fly. So, back in the day, you had to kind of traverse all these comedy clubs and kind of get in all these deep people's faces. But in reality nowadays, all you got to do is get a phone and get in front of the phone, put it out on the internet and see what's up. You know what I mean? So it's hard to, a lot of older comics and kind of historians with this thing think that, there's a time limit. You got to put X amount of years into whatever to your career to kind of do this or be funny in general. You can learn tactics along the way, and education doesn't end after 10 years, 14 years, whatever. It doesn't end after that. It's an ongoing process. So to think that we're pigeonholed by a time frame of a career is crazy. You know what I mean? I think that's just absolutely out of the book today's age. I don't think we should. Because you're going to miss out on a lot of good comics, or you're going to scare a lot of good comics away if you tell them that, man. So that's just my 2 cents on. I'm not a gatekeeper here. I'm just a fish in a big pond. That's all. So that's my piece. That's my piece. Darrian, we had hour 3, man. I know we this is a good conversation we had with Kells. We knew it. We knew it.
Yes. Kells, I'll ask you one more question, and then we'll go into the honey roast. So we'll start to wrap it up. But one more question. As somebody that is a new comic and kind of took that notion by the neck, and you kind of strangling it right now, you know what I mean, and getting the best out of it. What advice do you have for somebody that's new entering on the scene?
Consistency. Just keep doing it. Like I think the only thing that I was like, ooh, maybe I'll do different is it was like right before COVID, I was like, I don't know if I was like trying to revamp or like what I was doing, but I was like in my headspace, like maybe I'm not doing something right, so I just stopped doing everything. Like I wasn't posting anything, I wasn't going to any open mics or anything like that, and like people genuinely were like, hey, where are you? Just be consistent. Like even if you post something and it doesn't hit the way you think it's gonna hit, so what? Post something else. If you got merch and only one person buys your t-shirt, keep it up. 2 more people will buy it. Keep posting. Keep doing your consistency, because eventually that will look like branding. Because that's all that I did. I just keep putting my name on shit. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what branding is.
That's why the B is red and it stands out on everything. So you can see us a mile away. Man.
Hey, y'all listen to Kells, and as comics, if you're listening to this or you double back and you watch it, whatever you may do, that's some sound advice right there. Just branding in general. I think that's been the whole topic of conversation throughout the pod. All right, y'all. So it's about that time. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. So we're gonna do something that's called a honey roast for those that are watching for the first time or have never listened. What we do here on the pod is something we call a honey roast. So when you're in school and you roasting somebody, you gunning them, talking about, oh boy, your dirty ass pants, so on and so forth. We doing just the opposite. It's a honey roast. We're gonna put something sweet on it, and we're gonna say something nice. So Kells, anybody that's not on the pod that you want to give some shout outs to, some thank yous for motivating you, keeping you inspired, supporting you nonstop. Now is your time to do it. Don't have to be just one person. It could be multiple people. So go ahead, shoot your shot, girl. Shout them out.
PJ folks. That brother.
Hey,
TJ.
He's gonna text you. He's gonna voice note you. He's gonna comment. And, like if it is support, that brother is going to support you. I started painting. He was like, "Hey, I want a painting." I was like, "But it's ugly though." He's like, "I don't care. I'm gonna frame it." I'm like on some support type stuff. And his like type of like energy and support is so infectious. They were joking about everybody the do-rags earlier, how that came. Hanging out with them, Rami just walked up to me and was like, "Hey, I want a do-rag." And I was like, "Let's get you a do-rag." And then, right, like, okay. And then YD was like, "Okay, I want one too." And I'm like, "Okay, absolutely." But it's just, TJ and literally the whole T Positive clique are ridiculously supportive. Just the like energy that you guys have like amongst yourselves is ridiculous. Like just watching y'all from like a side, you like, y'all really enjoy yourself so much, and you do.
Yeah.
Like you support each other. Y'all guys are having fun, and it's just like that type of vibration. I have been writing more than I have wrote in a long time. So TJ will call me or he'll send me a voice note and be like, "Hey, what you think about that joke?" And I'll be like, "That is amazing." So let me practice. Like, that is an amazing joke.
Man.
So,
Man,
yeah,
TJ is man. TJ is he's what Chicago needed, man. And like honestly, like he is what Chicago needs. And honestly, man, you know, me and Darren, we've said this many times, man. It's a shame that some people haven't reached out to TJ and put him just to be in his presence. I mean, like you know, I can go on about it, but man,
yeah, it ain't even for his benefit.
Yeah,
it's for their benefit.
It's for your benefit. Yeah,
it's for their benefit.
Yeah, man,
it's for your benefit. It ain't for his. He gonna get his. I promise you that. And I tell him this damn near every day.
Yeah,
he gonna get his.
Yeah,
his day gonna come.
It's gonna come,
and it's gonna be big.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, for your benefit, Chicago, when we get shit back up and running, you need to holler at TJ Stokes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Period.
Yeah, I mean,
some Stokes in your life.
Man, him and Mo Good, I don't know. That camera. I don't know. Between those two, I don't know who is who gonna. They king and queen in the city right now. You know, like in my book, like you said, we fans. I don't know. I'm a fan of a lot of people, and they doing their thing out here, man. Like both of them. Darrian, final thoughts, man. What's up?
Man, this been a good one, Kells. Thank you so much for coming on last minute with us. But we definitely appreciate it. It's always fun talking to friends. It's always fun hearing people's stories. I will just say this, man. Look, for everybody that's listening and that's watching, we thank you for rocking with us. It's frustrating sometimes when you feel like you're not getting the support that you should get. But we know GGM, GGU, I should say.
Yeah.
God got us, and we always been taken care of. So for the people that rock with us on a weekly basis, man, we appreciate y'all. We thank you so much because it does mean a lot and it goes a long way. We out the mud. We started from the ground up. My man started doing comedy from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? We started this pod from the ground up. Oppice came from the ground up. Tamar Handy came from the ground up. Anything we've done has came from the ground up. We out the mud. And we don't know. We don't have all the answers. We don't know how to do these things perfectly. But we learn as we go, and we strive to be better. So we going to keep on keeping on, man, despite. And, so everybody that's showing love, we appreciate you and been sticking with us throughout the mud. And for those that haven't, if you ain't rocking with us now, don't try to rock with us when we get to the top. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey,
because I'm gonna be the dish your ass. Dario ain't, but I'm a dish your
I'm a good disser in raps. You know what I mean? Like if comedy was the equivalent of rap, I'd get your ass on the slide like on some smart shit. You know what I mean? I'm done deleting Facebooks for roasting people, but those times over with. Hey, look, before I head out here, but we gonna hit it one more time. Y'all, go ahead and subscribe and listen to us on all these platforms that I'm about to read off. I keep forgetting we got listeners here. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor, Google, Stitcher, Overcast, and Radio Republic, and many more. Y'all go ahead and follow us. Listen, rate, like, and all that. Hey, y'all, it's the year's winding down, and like Darrian alluded to earlier, we kind of discovered we have not had a holiday season, y'all. This will be the podcast's first holiday season, and yes, we've been out for more than a year, so we don't know what the time frame looks like. But I can tell you this right now: next week we are not here. If you're listening, really won't make too much of a difference. We won't have one on the day following, the Thursday following, Friday following. So whatever, whenever you listen to it, if you listen to it, it probably won't make a difference. But people out there that watch us, thank y'all. We love y'all, man. We appreciate you. We hope that y'all have a great, happy, safe Thanksgiving weekend, Black Friday weekend. Y'all don't do nothing crazy, man. I know Miss Lightfoot told us to stay inside or best we can. Kells, I don't know what you think, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't know. Y'all be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for Kells. For Kells. Actually, Kells, go ahead and tell people where they can find you. Where they can find you.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I have a TikTok, YouTube. Type in Kells Tha Comic. It's gonna be on somebody's shirt. KELLSTHA. KOMIC. That's how you spell it. Type that in. Me doing something funny is gonna pop up.
There you go, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all follow Kells Tha Comic. On that note, we'll see you December 3rd. For those that listen to the podcast, December 4th, Jay-Z's birthday is when you'll hear from us next. But on that note, thank you.
My daughter's birthday as well, and tomorrow is my son's birthday.
Hey,
just so you guys know, I love my kids.
Aww.
Hey, happy birthday. Happy birthday to Cam.
That D. Lou remembers.
Yeah. Hey, see,
yeah, pretty much.
I got all the rest of the dates. I'm the almanac for Be Positive Productions. So, y'all, man, happy birthday, Cam. We love you, my brother, little man. Everybody out there, we love y'all too. Be safe. Happy Thanksgiving. Kells, thank you. You were fantastic.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
I scratched off my bucket list.
Hey, look, you made it.
I made it.
You made it.
Stop it.
Hey, man. No, Westy, speaking into existence. Hey.
Let's go.
D. Lou, love you, my brother, as always, man. We'll catch y'all next time, man. Get ready. Topics, 9 o'clock, coming soon. What time is it? We got an hour till topics. Y'all, go follow D. Lou on the Be Positive Productions Instagram, B_positive productions. Y'all go ahead, follow, like, all that stuff, man. Topics coming up.
It's hilarious, guys.
It's hilarious and it's wild as shit. Rain down on me. La 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 la. Rain. Hey, y'all catch y'all next time, y'all. Peace.
J. Allen Production.